Oh, finally, a signal. Hey Toku Faithful, I'm Easy Rider, and welcome back to TOKUWEEN Monster Movie Fest. Right now, a lot of you are confused. I'm right there with you. I don't know where I am. I'd tell you if I could, but I don't know. I woke up here. This is not my farm. I just saw a bloody eye in a piece of paper, and here I am. I would just walk out the front door. Logical thing, right? But someone doesn't want me to leave. I don't know if anyone can still hear me. I don't know why I'm talking to myself. I don't know why I don't look for a way out of here, but talking to you folks, it makes me feel better, so I'm going to keep doing it. I'm an idiot. My signal with Hal is very weak. You ever go into a bookstore and you want to use the free Wi-Fi, but all the douchebags in the coffee shop are trying to look cool or siphoning it all? I'm rambling. I'm sorry. What's that? My God, this thing looks older than I am. An unlabeled tape in an old VCR? What's the worst that could happen? Oh wow, Gamera, Guardian of the Universe! Did you know that Gamera is friend to all children? You know, I've never reviewed a Gamera movie before. I've gotten requests for him, so why not? But first, a little history about this awesome flying turtle. You know where I first met Gamera? MST3K.
Gamera, Gamera, Gamera is really neat. Gamera is filled with meat. We've been eating Gamera.
If you know your giant monster movies, then you're probably aware that Gamera was created around the nuclear war paranoia prominent in the 50s and 60s. Rather, though, he was awakened by a nuke as opposed to being created by one. Gamera is a creation of Dai Films and was made for one thing. You guessed it, to cash in on the Godzilla craze. And it worked! Gamera is just as big in Japan as the King of the Monsters. And much like the Big G, Gamera has gone through a few reboots. But in 1995, Dai released Gamera, Guardian of the Universe, which gave us a more mature take on this giant reptile, gone with the silly costumes, spaceships, and the gymnastics. This was a way more serious take on giant animals killing each other. Well, let's see if Gamera's a worthy Guardian of the Universe, and look at those drive-in totals. We have 61 dead bodies, 1 dead dog, 3 monster fights, no breasts, cage breaking, flying turtle, monster tranking, arm slashing, cheek slitting, monster decapitation, exploding giant bird, fireball hawking, bridge breaking, barrier busting, tower tilting, giant bird perch, gratuitous sonic bird scream, gratuitous exploding oil refinery, gratuitous egg rain, gratuitous giant bird poop, missile foo, sonar foo, taxi foo. Check it out and I'll be here. Well, I can't leave, so of course I'm gonna be here. We start out with a boat and a helicopter and wow, did you have to cover up the kanji entirely?
That ship's carrying over a ton of plutonium. That's enough to make 100 Nagasaki-type atomic bombs.
It's a good thing they're having a dialogue about what they're very well aware of that they're transporting. Otherwise, how are we gonna know? Suddenly an alarm goes off, something is moving in the water, and they spot it.
This whole thing is completely impossible!
Then we cut to SeaWorld. Two schoolgirls are talking about Atlantis and/or a lost continent. One of the girls, named Asagi, has a father who's researching it. What a coinky-dink! Meanwhile, at the zoo, ornithologist Dr. Nagamine gets a call, but they hang up.
Hey, who was it? Dr. Harada?
He hung up?
Uh-huh.
But he sounded so anxious.
Anxious about what?
Well, there was a lot of noise. An argument or something.
On an island, I got the feeling these two guys are running from something. Later, someone comes looking for Dr. Naoya Kusanagi, but they find Asagi instead.
Hi.
Welcome home.
Mr. Yanamori offered to make dinner for us. Pretty cool, huh?
If you're this bored, I could offer you a job.
Really? With the expedition, sir?
At no pay.
Sure.
Will you be gone long?
I don't know. First we got to find that floating atoll.
Meanwhile, an inspector named Osako comes to tell Nagamine about mysterious disappearances on an island and sightings of a giant bird. Tsubasa Maru. Nagamine doesn't believe it until they find a giant pile of bird crap. Ew. Hey, keep digging, you may find Biff Tannen.
It's Harada's.
Well, this movie just got dark. An enemy that literally eats you and literally poops you out? Man, even Godzilla's not that sadistic. The Marine crew spots a strange creature on sonar and, oh no, Orga found his way into this movie, didn't he? Nagamine and Osako head up the mountain. 5 feet, a break. 5 feet, another break. You gotta love how a minute ago she was rolling her eyes at all this, and now she's made it her singularity in life to find the giant bird that eats people. Brave woman, though, I'll give her that.
Maverick!
She goes to try and warn the people, and they spot it on radar.
A bird? You're telling me this is a bird?
A giant bird attacking the city? That's rich. Next thing you'll tell me a giant fire-breathing lizard attacks the city. Or a giant monster that was small but grew big. And it had to be killed by a giant robot piloted by 5 multicolored superheroes. Yeah, bye. Why do I get all the weird callers?
We're in pursuit right now!
It flies into town and she tries to get a picture of it. And unlike Godzilla, the Flash actually scares it away. But uh-oh, there's 3 of them. Meanwhile, the research crew decides to investigate this small island and Yonemori finds a Mitama? Well, better call the TAC from Blue Seed. They'll know what to do. Nagamine still wants to find these giant birds, and Osako persuades her to take her case to the government. Let me guess, they decide to kill it.
The cabinet has decided to capture these new life forms. Not only are they extremely rare and possibly endangered, but they must have incredible scientific value as well.
Well, I'll be damned. The government wants to keep an endangered species alive for once instead of trying to exterminate it. Thank God this guy's not on the committee, am I right?
This is insane.
What's that?
We know nothing about these creatures, how intelligent they are, how they hunt. Only a fool would try to catch a creature they know nothing about.
That's enough.
Don't worry, ma'am. We've put a bird-catching expert on this mission. If he can't catch them, nothing will. Sir, might I recommend our new missiles that will shoot through them like crap through a goose? No, goddammit! We want them alive! Back at the Toei logo, the team begins excavating and finds some kind of ancient slab.
What is it?
It should be cold, right? What? And it's pulsing.
It's almost like a heartbeat.
Oh great, a 10,000-year-old find and you break it. The Smithsonian's gonna have our balls on a stick. Little do they realize that the island they found is alive! Osako gets an idea to use a baseball stadium in Fukuoka to trap the birds when the roof closes. It's just crazy enough to work. Yonemori arrives via helicopter to tell them a giant monster is heading their way. But they have to deal with the 3 giant birds right now. The military lays out some hors d'oeuvres for our guests, and sure enough, they fly in and take the bait. But they open fire too soon, and one escapes before the roof closes. They knock one out, but the other is blinded by the light. The military follows the one that gets away, but something catches it first. Bit slap! Packers! Sorry, the bird was rabid, had to put it down.
Run! It's Godzilla! It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not.
Yeah, that joke's not gonna work here, guys. Gamera, what are you doing? You're not Godzilla. Come on, man, you're better than this. The military scurries to do something, but needs the government to okay it. In other words, they have no idea what they're doing. Your tax dollars at work, Japan.
Forget about it. Run! Get out of there now! Run away! Run away!
Gamera, stop that! You're the guardian of the universe! What would Ryu from Mabius say? Well, the other Big G makes his way to the stadium, and everyone wonders if he's friend or foe, while the birds use their Black Canary scream to break the cages. Gamera can't get to them from down here, so time to break the surly bonds of gravity and take flight. Gamera, Sneed Sinclair, you come right back down here and fix this mess you made, young turtle. Hey, don't look at me like that. The press have a field day with this scene, and the good doctor wonders how they could have escaped.
The monster is currently believed to be hiding in the Seto Inland Sea. Warnings have been issued to all public and private vessels in the area.
This news bulletin brought to you by Iowa. We make subpar stereo systems. News spreads about these monsters, and we get different viewpoints about them. Later, Kusanagi tells the others that he was able to translate the runes off the slab.
It really wasn't that difficult.
The last hope. Gamera. We bestow it to the cradle of time.
May it awaken with ghosts, the shadow of evil.
P.S. There's a silver giant inside a pyramid, just a heads up. Wonder what that means.
That little bead was interesting, too.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. A souvenir, huh? For you.
It was growing out of the back of that giant turtle. Ew, gross! I'm kidding. Seriously, though, you may want to wash it off. The stone glows, and Asagi says the name Gamera. Mrs. Asagi Gamera. Guess I kinda like it.
If the turtle's Gamera, then the birds are Gauss.
Nagamine and Osako return to the island to discover what's left of the birds' newborns and their eggs. The parents never came back, so they died. The next day, the government is concerned that Gamera may be a bigger threat than Gauss. Nagamine tells them that the Gauss birds are the last of their kind and they're all females. At first I thought this was a knock at Jurassic Park, but we'll come back to this later. Gamera wakes up and flies out of the sea. Back to the salt mines, buddy. Students talk about the beast in school and want to go see it. Asagi decides to go as well. The Gauss are hiding in the Kiso Mountains, so Yonemori and Kusanagi head there.
Nagamine still not there?
Still no answer from anyone on the research team.
Why did those idiots all take off without telling us?
'Cause they're the bird specialists. We're just the giant turtle patrol.
At least we're not part of the Godzilla Prediction Network, am I right? Have you seen their fees? What a ripoff.
Hey, what's going on?
The birds! The birds!
Whoa, okay then.
The birds! The birds!
Sir, calm down.
The birds! The birds!
Get a hold of yourself! Gauss pops up like something out of a Harryhausen movie. Oh, but Gamera makes the save. Told you he was friend to all children. You order original or extra crispy. But another one shows up and uses the sonic scream to damage the bridge, and oh my god, Gamera is busted open. Green blood? I didn't know Gamera was an undead. So the military, to no one's shock, readies an attack on Gamera. And right when he's in pursuit of Gauss. Ah, what the hell, damn guys, I almost had him! Dick move! Once again, the government dooms us all. Play the clip and get it over with.
Because we want to know what we should do.
You guys do what you do best. Find something simple and complicated.
Asagi sees the reports and is seemingly drawn to Mount Fuji where the last attack happened. A taxicab reluctantly takes her there while the army moves in to attack.
All units, open fire!
My god! He's not even attacking you! My god, who's leading this attack? Jimbo from South Park? Look, kids, it's a rare Gamera.
It's coming right for us!
Asagi gets there in time to... Oh, honey, don't look. It's too gruesome. And Gauss shows up to add insult to injury. Sir, you think we're shooting the wrong one? Shut up! We're the military! We're never wrong!
Run away!
Asagi soon passes out from the pain and her father comes to visit her in the hospital. He tells her Gamera got away, thankfully. Asagi says something about her and Gamera, and if you can't put the pieces together by now, there's a psychic bond growing between them. Nagamine and Yonemori, you know, the only smart people in this movie, keep telling these morons that Gauss cannot be captured and that Gamera is not the enemy. But do they listen? The two make a startling discovery about Gauss thanks to a friend of hers.
These are Gauss chromosomes.
Just one pair. My god.
Only one pair, huh? Humans have 23.
Pairs of them, yes.
So then what you're saying is...
Gauss is not the result of evolution. It's an artificial construct that can think and reproduce.
Do you think it's man-made?
Not using existing technology. Somehow it manages to be both sexes at once. Y chromosomes and X.
Y chromosomes are the male ones, right? The autopsies said the birds were females.
But if it can be both sexes at once, that means one Gauss is capable of reproducing by itself.
If it begins to reproduce, it's all over.
I could swear I've heard these voices somewhere before.
So then what you're saying is...
Gauss is not the result of evolution. It's an artificial construct that can think and reproduce.
But if it can be both sexes at once, that means one Gauss is capable of reproducing by itself.
If it begins to reproduce, it's all over.
Gauss wakes up and I think she's cranky. The others tell Kusanagi that Asagi is linked to Gamera somehow, but he doesn't believe it. They come to the conclusion that the Gauss eggs were all that survived the battle with Gamera, and thanks to pollution, yes, pollution, they were able to hatch. Gauss attacks a train, and sadly the Tokyugers are nowhere to be found. Gauss rips the train right off the rails and smushes the poor people underneath. The military uses searchlights to drive it away, but it just lands 30 feet away and attacks there. Great plan, assholes. So after enough screw-ups, they go to Nagamine and finally admit they were being dumbasses and decide to listen to her for a change.
I really can't say. I don't know enough about this creature, what it's capable of.
Oh, if only there were some other giant monster out there who could fight this menace. If only. She does have one idea, to attack in the daytime while it hibernates.
Attack!
We missed it! Target is turning south!
Guided missiles. Second wave in pursuit of target.
When will you not suck at this?
Gauss is up and oh no! Tokyo Tower! Tendo Soji is gonna be pissed. Gauss perches on what's left of the tower and the military realize they screwed up again. Asagi is still out, so Daddy checks on her.
Boyfriends. I guess your old man doesn't know you like he should.
Maybe I should pay attention to her someday instead of picking chunks off a giant turtle's back.
Asagi. Asagi!
Oh, Daddy, I had the most terrible dream. I was back in high school and this new kid with ridiculous hair came in and he was so annoying. Meanwhile, Captain Dipstick here takes advantage of a national tragedy to ask out the lovely Dr. Nagamine.
I'd like to take you out in a monster-free city.
I'd like that.
Smooth. So the military decides to attack again the next day. Oh, who will come to save us from this winged terror? Who, I ask you, who?
He's here.
Gamera goes after Gauss, and well, you can't make a giant omelet without breaking some Gauss eggs. The scientists decide to go after them in a chopper. Man, Gamera needs to practice his aim. Yes, take the injured girl who's connected to Gamera along. Nothing bad could possibly happen. Gauss shoots at him and injures both Gamera and Asagi. Gauss clearly has the upper hand in this match, Toku faithful. The two lock up in the middle of Akihabara. Boy, Gamera could use some help right now by these guys. Oh, and Gauss goes for the eyes with the patented Eagle Claw. But what's this? Gamera shanked Gauss! Oh, this turtle fights dirty! Looks like they're taking this fight into space, or not, they're coming right back down.
Asagi, let go! You've got to!
Gamera needs my strength to keep fighting for all of us! He needs me!
You gotta believe, Dad! You gotta believe in the heart of the cards! Friendship is magic! We can see it, his final stop! Two of us are a single Gamera! It's about to get wild! Just try and stop us! What the hell am I saying? You're both going to die. They fall back to Earth and... How many refineries did he fall on? Is that the best you got, you bitch? Oh, God, that did it! Don't worry, sweetie. We'll bury him in the best giant shoebox money can buy. Of course the big lug isn't dead. That shell's gotta protect something, am I right? Whoa, he just pulled a V3 from Kamen Rider the Next. And now it's time for the money shot. So the evil Gauss is dead, Asagi's wounds heal, and Gamera screams in victory. Well, I'm meeting Godzilla and Kamen Rider J for brunch. Later, bitches!
Gauss, the shadow of evil has been banished. But what if there are other monsters out there?
We're a franchise, damn it! We've got to leave the door open for sequels!
Yes. There could be more eggs, and they could be hatching at any moment.
Not again.
It's a possibility. Don't you think we should be prepared for it?
We might not have Gamera there to protect us.
He'll come.
Oh, he'll come, all right. Gamera will come, and he'll come again. He will. It's a trilogy. Sorry if you misunderstood that. And that was Gamera, Guardian of the Universe. Well, time for pros and cons. The Asagi-Gamera connection. To my knowledge, no past movie has attempted this. We all know Gamera is a friend to all children, but this time he actually needs the help of a child. Or young lady. Whatever. It's an interesting twist on the lore of that lovable giant turtle. The military. Yes, I know in Daikaiju films, 99% of the time they are far past useless. But this time, my god, it was migraine-inducing. That and they attack Gamera when he's clearly trying to stop Gauss from killing people. But then again, humans fear what they don't understand. Minor gripe, but that kinda hampered the movie for me. The Gauss was a perfect villain for this reboot. This wasn't the first time Gamera and Gauss have crossed paths, and it obviously won't be the last. I like how the eggs and the asexual reproduction come into play. It gives the villains an unfair advantage, and it just makes us root for Gamera even more. He's a true underdog, turtle. And it's all the more satisfying when he wins. The darker tone. There were things I liked and hated about this reboot. Sometimes it helps to try something new with an old franchise, even if it ruins our childhood. Boo-hoo. But this wasn't so dark that the kiddies couldn't enjoy it. Granted, there are some disturbing scenes here and there, but we grew up with far worse. I can only imagine what kids in Japan saw before that. You may like a darker and edgier tone, and that's fine. Or you may just enjoy the campy and hilarious 60s stuff. If you're the latter, you may still like this. It all comes down to a matter of taste. Final analysis, I give it a B-. I haven't seen as many Gamera films as I'd like to, unless you count Mystery Science Theater, but I liked this one. Unlike Godzilla, and despite the dark tone of the film, Gamera is still a hero. Sure, he does some collateral damage here and there, but what giant monster or robot doesn't? He never lashed out against humanity, and in the end, a human girl ended up saving his life. The story is good, the effects, while dated, give it its own charm, and the dub is surprisingly decent. ADV did a great job dubbing this, and I'm still sad they had to close down. What more can I honestly say here? If you can't appreciate giant rubber-suited monsters duking it out for no other reason than that's what they were born to do, and can't accept it for what it is, that's your own misfortune. Honestly, I can't recommend this movie enough. Oh my god, I just realized. 3 monster movies and I'm still alive. 3! On Halloween! Maybe my bad luck is finally over. Maybe I...
Gamera, Gamera, Gamera is really neat. Gamera is filled with meat. We all love you, Gamera. But then the second part is a little more fun, has sort of a George and Ira Gershwin feel to it. Shell, teeth, eyes, claws, scales, breath, fun. It sort of sneaks up on you, boo, it says. Gamera's enchantment still grows. He fills our hearts with love. Gamera's the latest thing. He fills our hearts with spring, spring, spring. Anytime you want some moonbeams, Gamera is the thing. Gamera is really neat. He is filled with turtle meat. We all love you, Gamera.
Kill him. Better yet, I'll kill him. You push the button.
Hey! How come this fish costs so much?
It's the monster's fault. There'll be no more fish coming in till they catch it.
My husband's stupid birthday would occur at such a time, wouldn't it? Uji, we're leaving! I said we're leaving! Be a good boy now! Uji, leave that alone!